Deepika ma'am, I will need your help here.
Yes, Swara, tell me.
I will need your help. So I am going to send the cue to you, and if you can text it to these girls. Do you have numbers of all these girls saved?
No, I will not have numbers of all these
Can
girls.
somebody from you all volunteer for this? Can somebody volunteer?
But they would not be present actually in all the groups. They are from different classes.
Oh, I was guessing. My bad. So, cool. I'm going to pick another game for y'all. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, chalo. So, do you all have a drawing pad in your mobile phones? Do you have a drawing pad, girls? Or do you have notes where you make your notes? Or do you have a paper around you? Obviously, everybody must be having a paper and a pen, or a book and a pen. Right? Chalo. Now, since Richa is on the call, I'm going to pick her. Okay. So, I'm going to give one word to Richa. Okay. Everybody is going to go put their laptop screens down like this. Okay. I'm going to give one word to Richa, which she has to explain to y'all without using the other words. So without using words that I'm going to tell her not to use. Up for it? Okay. Girls, I want your videos on. I can't go ahead like this. I want your videos on. मुझे कैसे पता चलेगा if you are looking at the screen or no? Okay. Hello, I'm giving you all 30 seconds to turn on your video. Please turn on your videos, girls.
Come on, everybody, put on your videos quickly. How will you enjoy the session otherwise? It's unfair, no? You can all see Swara, but she cannot see you.
Yeah, I can't see you all.
Come on, quickly, everybody, just put on your videos. And however you're looking, you're just looking beautiful, trust me.
Exactly.
So don't think that you're at home and you're not dressed enough. It's absolutely fine. Just put on your video. Everybody, please put on your videos.
Okay, chalo. So now, since you girls are on the video, okay, I am just giving a simple twist to the game. Okay? Now we can play it better actually. So Richa, what you are going to do is you are going to put your screen down. Cool? So Richa is going to put the screen down. Girls, I am going to give y'all a word. Okay? I'm going to show a word to y'all, which y'all have to explain it to Richa only by writing. So you have to write on one paper what comes to your mind or what describes that particular word. Okay? And you'll have to show it on the screen like this. Okay? You'll have to show it on the screen. So I am going to give the word now. Can y'all see it, girls?
Yes.
You don't have to say it. I will listen to it. Y'all don't have to say it. I am changing my word. Okay, I changed my word. Y'all don't have to say it, okay? Y'all just have to look at it and write a word that describes this word that will help Richa understand the word.
Motivation.
You don't have to say it.
I am going to put you on mute now. Okay, I am going to put everybody on mute. Can we do that, Deepika ma'am? Can we put everybody on mute?
Aarti, please put everybody except Swara on mute.
Please. Okay. ठीक है. Chalo. You all have 20 seconds to write a word. Hey, this is not working out, Deepika. This is not. Somebody or the other is just saying the word.
Yes.
Okay, chalo.
I think still Richa, if I think she might have not gauged it properly, then she can guess it.
No, Chalika, no problem. I have tons of games. We can do the last try, okay? We are already 20 minutes up, okay, girls? Let's do it. Chalo. I think this is just an easier game. Okay, so I'm going to start sharing my screen. Okay, so everything y'all have to do is, I will give you a tagline, okay? And you have to guess the brand. Okay, you have to guess the brand.
Ma'am, I think so. Richa still non mobile.
Richa, you can come back, girl. You can come back because we had a lot of bloopers here, so I think you can just come back. It's okay. Okay, so are you girls able to see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, are y'all able to see the first cue? Okay. Chalo. So, which brand is this? Don't Google. Don't Google. Okay.
Coca-Cola?
Who said that?
Coca-Cola.
Wow, you girls are like sharp. Nice. That is Coca-Cola. You're right. Chalo. And yes.
Subway?
do we have marketing specialization also over here?
I think it's Subway.
Do we have marketing specialization over here? We have everybody, right? Okay.
Big basket.
Now that is Subway. I have to give it to Richa. Good try. Soya bean oil. Nice guess, because yeah, that's the way to stay healthy. But okay, nice. Chalo. ये बहुत easy है. A lot of girls.
Garnier.
Yeah, that's correct. That's absolutely correct. Was that Punita?
Yes.
You watch a lot of ads, is it? You watch a lot of TV?
No, I just remember them.
Nice. You have a really good recall thingy. That is Garnier. ये बहुत easy है. I don't doubt you. Nice. See, सबके मुंह पे जो स्माइल आ गई है टाटा स्काई, इसको लगा डाला तो लाइफ झिंगा लाला, you know. It was such a funny ad, but yeah, that really sticks in our mind. Nice. It is Tata Sky, guys. I know, for a crowd like this, I'm asking the best a man can get, but it's very popular. Punita, Google तो नहीं मार रही हो ना?
No. I remember the tagline and the tune also, but I don't.
I'm kidding. It's okay. Y'all are going to pass this? Are you going to pass this?
Gillette.
Who said that? Yes.
Gillette.
It is
It's
correct.
Gillette.
It is correct, girls. It is Gillette. It is.
Good
This
luck.
has to be one-
LG.
Ma'am.
This has to be your favorite brand, I'm guessing. One of the.
Nestle.
Nestle.
Is it LG or Nestle? How many of y'all say
Nestle.
It's Nestle. Nestle. It's Nestle.
Yes, Nestle. It is. Okay.
क्या नहीं पूछना है मैम?
क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछने हैं. Oh my god, no. What?
Mentos.
Let's see, more girls should answer this actually. I want you all to fog. नहीं, fog तो चल रहा है ना. Fog तो चल रहा है.
Chewing gum.
Mint.
Which mint? Which mint, girls? Okay, chalo. I am not going to keep you all waiting. It's Chlormint. But it was a good try. Chalo, finally, एक कुछ तो है जो नहीं आया. This was a tough one, girls, but good try. Oh, we have people who said Chlormint. Nice.
Intel.
What is it, girls?
HP.
Lakme.
Somebody said Lakme and then somebody said HP. Now this is
It's Lakme.
like दूर का रिश्ता.
Lakme. Lakme reinvent. हाँ मैम Lakme.
Yes, it is. It is. चलो ये लास्ट वाला है and then we start with our main business.
Ma'am, jockey.
Were you like, okay, I don't want to take this name? No, it's not jockey. It's Micromax. Okay, I hope you girls enjoyed. Did y'all?
Yes, ma'am.
We would have actually played a lot of games, and we would have played a variety of other games, but then given the time and the constraints of video, we can't really do much. But here's me moving to our presentation. Now that we are very comfortable talking and listening, chalo, we'll move ahead. Somebody has raised a hand. 1 second. Yugma. Okay, there are a few people who've raised their hands. Okay. If you all have anything, please speak up on like mute off the mute and just speak up. Deepika ma'am, can we just now off the mute for everybody? Like, will they be able to unmute themselves?
Yeah, they are able to unmute themselves.
Okay. Good. Great. Are you all able to see my screen?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Great. Just a minute. Just a minute. There's some problem with presenting it. There's some problem with my slide. Just a minute. Huh? Deepika ma'am, can you just check if somebody else is able to share the screen? There's some problem that this is giving me.
Yeah. Just give me a second.
This is a very unknown problem and very strange.
No, it's okay. Just 1 second. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, share हो रहा है.
Yes, ma'am.
She's able to share it?
Yes, ma'am, I'm able.
Just 1 second. Aarti ma'am is going to share the presentation.
Okay.
Aarti? Start sharing your presentation. The Swara's presentation.
It's very stupid. I don't know, but this doesn't happen.
It's okay, it happens, you know. In an online platform, we have all come to understand the fact that there are going to be some technical glitches here and there. So it's really fine.
Maybe the medium I used is not really. Just a minute. I am still trying because if I go with my pace and with the flow that I want, I think it will be better. Just give me 1 minute, otherwise we start.
No problem.
Can Aarti ma'am, can you just go off the presentation for a minute? Like just exit kar do wo presentation. Maybe because the edit link is with you, also it is not allowing me to share. have you just cancelled it? Like, have you got out of the presentation? Yeah, just close that tab. Yeah. Because right before I joined the call, I was trying the presentation and it was working absolutely fine. I'm just going to close the other tabs. Okay, the last try that I'm going to give is I'm going to open this in incognito mode. Deepika ma'am, otherwise we share and we start.
No problem. We'll do that.
Do we have a lineup post this for the girls? Do we have a session starting at what time?
Yeah, we do have. It was at 12:30 for the TY student. They can leave the session and they can watch the remaining session on YouTube. While others, there are students of other classes as well from F1 and TY. So they can continue.
Got it. I think it's working in this mode. I'm really sorry for this, girls, but once we started, we are set. I mean, we are just going smooth. Okay, I think let's just Aarti ma'am share it. Let Aarti ma'am share it.
Just try to rejoin.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, perfect. Aarti ma'am, I will just tell you to move and then you can just shift it. Like one slide by one. Cool. So, girls, I'm just calling it out as a reality check. I know it's very blunt, right in the face, but it is true that you will be facing major, like a reality versus expectation gap, wherein you've learned something during your lectures, you've learned something during your entire bachelor's journey and otherwise, and when you walk into the corporate world, it's going to be totally different. Okay, it's going to be a lot of practical application of what you've learned so far, which you're not really great at doing because that's your first job, right? How many of y'all here are going to be first timers in terms of getting their job? How many of y'all?
Ma'am, me.
What's just okay, 80%, I can say 80%, 90% of y'all. 90% of y'all are freshers, right? Irrespective of you being a fresher or no, I am sure this is going to help you to some extent in terms of channelizing your energy. When I say channelizing your energy, it means using all that you've learned so far practically into real life, or practically into the corporate world, practically into your jobs. Okay? Can we move ahead? Next slide, please. And that is why I'm calling it a reality check. And cool. So, how many of y'all have really went and Googled saying, what to expect from your first job? Do we do that? Do we Google saying, oh my God, tomorrow is my first day at job and what am I supposed to do? Kya hoga mere saath? Kya nahi hoga? We all have that curiosity. We all have that excitement, right? Now, you're also, I had a Slido link for you girls to understand how excited you will be or what will be your feeling. So if I have to ask you, what is that one thing that comes to your mind when I say first job or first day at job? Just keep putting it in the chat. Just keep expressing yourself. What comes to your mind when you say
Nervousness.
first job or nervousness? Yes.
Exciting.
Obviously. Exciting. Absolutely. Yes. What else?
New experience.
Yes, it's a very new experience. Yes, you are shy. Lack of confidence. No, you will feel that, but you should never let it come on your face. So you should always keep smiling, and that's one thing that you will learn once you get into that mode, that work mode. New experiences, excitement. Yes, exactly. This is everything that is going to come to you as a feeling. Okay. Now, when I say your first job, what do you expect from that first job? क्या आता है दिमाग में? From that job, what do you expect? Yes, meeting new people. You feel happy, good salary, friendly environment. Yes. What is that you expect? The role. Then
Satisfaction.
Satisfaction. Very important to have job satisfaction, because that is what, at the end of the day, that is what will make you happy about doing a particular job. Yes. Learning. Yes. Good work. Good people. Yes. Something new getting to learn. Perfect. So, can we move to the next slide, Aarti ma'am? I have exactly put forward of what you girls will not think of when you go to jobs, and let's see how true it is. Congratulations, BMS department. Oh, thank you so much, Ankna. Okay, awesome. So, Aarti ma'am, can we move to the next slide? Okay, so this is as per a research that I went through, wherein it says 61% of employees difference कि हमने कुछ expect किया था and हमारे साथ कुछ और ही हो रहा है, or no, I'm feeling very different. So it's very normal. That is the first thing that I want you all to understand. All the while that we are going through this session, I want you all to understand it's very natural to feel this, and even I personally experienced it, and that's the reason I told Deepika ma'am that हमको ये lecture करना है, ये हम कर सकते हैं, because there was no one to tell me what's the difference and what I should do, and that's the reason I am here, girls, today. So you will feel the difference. That's okay. Let's go to the next slide. And Aarti ma'am. Okay, next. I already asked you all this question, so let's get. Yes, this is everything that you will expect. Now, I just want to start with first thing first. How many of you all think that itna easy hai yaar interview to main crack kar dungi? How many of you all think it's very easy to crack interviews? Or
Not at all.
not at all, right?
Not at all.
Yeah. So this is one thing, girls. Y'all may be confident. That's best, because confidence is one thing that will be noticed when you go for a job interview. But these interviews are not easy. When I say not easy, I don't want to scare y'all. मुझे डराना नहीं है तुम लोगों को, ठीक है? That is one. I just want y'all to be mentally prepared that you can never prepare for an interview. So that's the irony, okay? You will go to an interview with all the preparation saying मैं ऐसे बोलूँगा, ऐसे बोलूँगा, ऐसे बोलूँगा और बोलूँगी. But what will happen is the interview will take, the conversation will take a turn in a very different way. And that is what usually happens. So you can't really plan an interview, or you can't really expect anything from an interview. All that you can do is get your concepts clear. This is where your education or your knowledge from your books come into play. So know the concepts well. Second thing you will do is go and read about the company. You will brush up your soft skills. When I say soft skills, it's more about listening, it's more about expressing yourself, it's more about being empathetic, it's more about trying to understand a problem and being able to give a solution to it. Yeah, all these things you will have to think from a holistic perspective कि इंटरव्यू में जाते वक्त मुझे ये सब प्रिपेयर नहीं करना है, बट एटलीस्ट मुझे ये सब ब्रश अप करना है, मुझे ये सब आई हैव ओपन कि कुछ भी हो सकता है इंटरव्यू में. Keep that kind of an attitude. So that is one. Interviews are not easy, and you have to be when I say prepared, not in the other way saying मुझे पता है कि इंटरव्यू कैसे होने वाला है, but prepared in terms of you should be ready to answer any of the questions that come, and answer the questions in a way not manipulatively or diplomatically, but just put yourself out there, be yourself and answer that way. Put yourself in the shoes and see ki, if I was in this situation, what would I do? And that is the way for your interviews cracking. Next comes big CTC. Okay, there is no concept of big CTC to start with your first job. Okay, I don't deny the fact that a lot of people are very lucky to get amazing CTCs when they start their career. But it's not true with 80% of us. Okay, it's not true. And having experienced that, I want to tell you all one thing. Never choose your job based on your CTC. CTC should not be your priority. Okay, what's more important is your job role, how much you are interested and how much you are passionate about that particular job, and how much satisfaction that job will give you. So rightly said, girls, somebody said satisfaction, somebody said learning, good work. All these things are something you have to expect from your first job. So bada CTC, 6-7 lakh CTC, just forget about it. Start minimal and give it your best shot. Yeah. Then comes good brand names. Now, I was that one person who always wanted to work with the big brands like the Tatas, the Birlas, talk about Reliance, L&T, all of these companies, right? I always dreamed and always put myself in that direction that I want to work with these companies. Trust me, what is in the name, right? Yeah, what is in the name? As Shakespeare said, we are not going for the name. It's very important to have a good brand name, but it's not necessary. So I would suggest y'all go and check reviews for these companies, and don't just go for the name. In fact, a lot of us can start with startups. Startups are the new generation of India. That is where our generation and the future generation is leading to. So don't go for big brand names. It's okay if you get jobs at at places that are not really known and heard of. Just give it your best shot. That's one thing that I'm going to say throughout the presentation. So please bear with me for that. Give it your best shot is going to be the conclusion for everything. Cool? Then, guys, any questions so far? I mean, y'all feel, am I going too fast, or how is it exactly going? All good? Understanding?
All good, yes.
Cool. No gap over here?
No, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. So when you say high performer, this is one thing. Okay, when you are very determined and when you are very competitive, one thing that you will have as an expectation from yourself and from your job is that you are always going to perform high and above and beyond. But that's not true. You can't always be a high performer. Okay, you have to evolve in the job role. You have to give it your best, but you don't expect yourself to always be a high performer, because the definition is going to be different, the targets are going to be different. Now, since you all are from different functions or different specializations, it will be different for everybody to define what is your high performance going to be. Okay, so just take it slow but steady. Just be very consistent with your efforts is everything that I want to say. Next thing comes to your mind is when you see these big roles, like, you know, like a brand evangelist, like a very fancy name, wherein you will be like, oh, that's a good job role and a good designation. Never get confused between a designation and a role. Okay, the designation is nothing but a title that is given to you. The role is something that will actually add value to that designation. So the role is what is expected out of you and what is your job actually going to be. ठीक है, तो कई कंपनीज में ऐसे होता है कि फैंसी नाम दे देते हैं to the job role, they give a good designation, but at the end you are going to go and do the same work that somebody else will do with a different job title in the other company. काम तो सेम ही है, सिर्फ नाम अलग दे दिया है. So you should be very careful with this and not be very choosy or picky saying मुझे यही job designation चाहिए या यही title चाहिए. ठीक है? So that is something that you all will have to understand. Don't go for these elite job designations or roles. Just stick to what is going to be your growth in that particular journey or that particular company. Now, I know everything. Okay, I don't say that everybody will have this feeling of meko sab aata hai. Okay, that is not there. Everybody is learning, right? But you must be very open to criticism. When I say criticism, there will be people who will come and tell you कि ये करना है, ये नहीं करना है, what you have to do and how you have to do. You will meet people who will come and who will tell you this thing, but you have to be very open to listening to this and actioning all this. So please come out of the zone of I know everything, but understand that your first job is just going to be the beginning of a new journey. So there is a lot that you have to learn. Cool. So girls, any questions so far in terms of what you expect from a job, or if there is something that is in your mind which I have not covered here, and if other people can just listen to it and maybe benefit out of it? Anything that you all want to highlight or you all think or feel at the moment?
No, ma'am.
No? Okay. So overall, this is it that you will be experiencing in the very first place. Somebody was trying to say? Oh, stability. Bhakti, you raised a really nice point. And yes, it is missing in my presentation. But stability is something that you will expect. But the condition at the moment is such bad when I just didn't want to mention Corona yaar, over here because it's just very normal right now. But situations like this will come in the future also. There will be recessions, there will be downsizings and downphasing. Everything will happen. But what you have to do is be consistent. So stability is something that you will expect, but initially you may not get that. You may change a few companies. Yes, stability is very unstable these days. And if you go and read about the VUCA world is a very general term which explains how uncertain the world is right now and how you need to adjust to it. So stability will come with time, but you have to start adjusting and start being flexible. That is when you will attain that or create that stability for yourself, and be very patient. Cool. Great points raised, girls. So we'll
Swara ma'am,
yes.
ma'am, I don't want to leave this session, but ma'am, we have another session at
No
12:30.
problem. No problem. That's so sweet of you to call it out.
Can we left, ma'am?
Yes, please do.
Thank you, ma'am. Your
Yep.
session is very great.
Thank you so much. I would love to see you all again, girls. Okay, so if you all have another session, please drop off and you all can go check the recording. And we'll
Yes, we are live on YouTube, and later on you can again go back and see the session.
Perfect. Great. Aarti ma'am, can we switch the slide? Can we go to the next slide? Okay. Now, this is the question that comes next. Okay. How hard does the reality hit? There is no intensity to measure this. There is no tool to measure this. But can we just go ahead, Aarti ma'am? You can just switch quickly. Yeah, quickly. Next slide. Quickly, next slide. Yes, it hits really hard. Ouch. That's one thing that y'all can do and just forget all the pain. But I do have something that will help you girls. So let's go on the next slide, Aarti ma'am. Okay. Now the next question is how to deal with this dilemma of expectation versus reality. How do we go ahead with that? Aarti ma'am, can we go next? Do you girls know what is this exactly? Okay, I want to ask you a question. Do you all know which is the most resilient animal on the earth or organism on the earth? When I say resilient, it means this animal can sustain and resist any kind of pressures, any kind of temperature. Yes, Punita? Parasites. Okay, well, that is one of the strongest. I mean, we can't see them, but they are strong. Yes, for sure. Any other animal that you all think is very resistant to any kind of environment? Okay, chalo, you all will get to know now. Can we go to the next slide? Aarti ma'am? Okay, now this is the animal that is the most resilient. As you said, Punita, this is a microorganism, a micro animal, but it is so resilient that it can sustain anywhere, literally anywhere on the earth, and it is known as the tardigrade. Okay, so getting inspired by this animal, I have made a model which can actually help you tackle with these differences that you're going to face when you enter the actual world, the corporate world. Okay, let's go next.
Where found this animal?
Cool. So this is what the tardigrade teaches us. Okay, so these are the pointers. Basically, I am going to go through them one by one and explain y'all how this is going to help y'all in your first journey to your first job. Okay, chalo. Next slide, Aarti ma'am. It will just keep on highlighting the previous one. Yes, correct. So tolerance. Now, when I say tolerance, is somebody asking something?
Yes, ma'am. And where we can find this animal?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
And where we can found this animal?
This animal is a microorganism. You will not see this. You will only find it in the labs, in the micro labs. So it is a microorganism. So like the amoebas and sorts, right? This is.
So ma'am wants to. I would like to add that ma'am wants to say that you can't see it with your naked eyes.
Yeah. You can't see it with your naked eyes. You will have to see under the microscope. So these people who work on viruses and microorganisms in the microbiology lab, they will be able to see it through the microscope. That answers?
Yes, ma'am, I got it.
Okay, perfect. Now, why I am taking this example to give you a context, Ashtu, is because this animal is very strong and can sustain any environment. We have to take an inspiration from this animal and be so strong that we can really fit into the new world that we will be moving to when we move out of our college, which is the corporate world that we will be moving to. Cool. So when I say tolerance, what do you mean by tolerance? If I have to put it across in very simple Hindi, it's sahanshilata, or how strong you are to accept something, or be resistant to it. So when I say tolerance, by tolerance I mean respecting the diversity. Now, since y'all are you're from different locations, from different cities, different natives, different religion, caste, creed, everything, right? That's the demographic diversity that I'm talking about. You will meet a lot of new people. That is the first step. When you move into a corporate, that is the first step. You need to be very tolerant. You need to respect each and every individual wherever you go. Okay, when I say respect individual, you will have difference of thought, you will have difference of opinion, you will have difference of behaviors, right? But how do you tolerate that and deal with people is something that will help you be very resilient and help you move forward. Okay, so that was point number 1. Next slide, Aarti ma'am. Adapting to change. Now, how do I explain? I mean, this is very self-explanatory, but I want to call it out that change is inevitable. Okay, things are going to change and you can't stop it. How many of you all agree with this? Do you think change is in the nature? Change is everywhere. Change is what keeps you going. Yeah. So adapting to the change. Okay, how many of y'all have read the book Who Moved My Cheese? Have you all read the book Who Moved My Cheese? I would suggest y'all girls to go and read Who Moved My Cheese. Okay, I want y'all to go and read this book. This book talks about how you can get finished, or how you can not exist if you don't adapt to the change. If you don't change with the changing times, if you don't manage the change, you will eventually not exist. Okay, so for you to exist, for you to evolve, you have to keep on changing. That's one thing. Okay, so from now onwards, girls, one change that you have to make is please start reading books. Don't read very high funda books, but one suggestion that I'll give you is please start reading something or the other. Read very simple books. Don't read big novels, but read something such that you are able to convert that knowledge to your conversations when you are talking. You will you will feel more confident. That's it. Okay. Can we go next, Aarti ma'am? Now, relevance. What do you all understand by relevance? When I say relevance, what do you think about it? Because this can be ambiguous. This can be explained differently in different situations. But here, what I mean by relevance is being very proactive and updated and being 2 steps ahead of time. Okay. Now here you can be relevant in terms of your skill sets, in terms of your knowledge, in terms of how proactive you are, how you are approachable, how you are talking to other people and getting information. All this comes under being relevance. So now I will just give you an example. Okay, today you get a job. Okay, you get a job as an intern. Chalo, let's not think it is a full-time job. It is an internship. How many internships get converted into a full-time job? very few, right? What is that one thing that makes them convert into a full-timer? They go and they talk to people. They are 2 steps forward in terms of knowing the industry. You will have to go talk to people, gain information. You will have to be approachable and proactive in terms of not performance, Richa, not really performance, but being very active and being very relevant in terms of meeting people, talking to people, taking in information, and then making the most of that opportunity. Okay, so what you have to do is wherever you go, okay, build a rapport in such a way that you are having conversations wherein you seek opportunities. मतलब आज तुम एक रोल में हो, tomorrow if you want to develop in a particular role, you will have to talk to your manager, you will have to talk to your team कि टीम में क्या चल रहा है, मैं क्या कर सकती हूँ, what can be my next step towards success, right? And what are the things that I have to do to reach that particular level? Do I have to read books? Do I have to gain knowledge? Do I have to do an industry research? Yes, I will do that. You have to be more interactive. You have to be proactive. When I say proactive, okay, chalo. I'll give you an example because this is the current situation. Just assume you are going outside. Okay, you stepping outside your house, and you're just taking a walk around your house. And you are meeting people, randomly meeting people. Imagine you not wearing a mask, okay? And the next day you fall ill. You will rush to the doctor and say, oh, you know what? I went out for a walk and this happened. The doctor will give you medicines and you will eat them. Okay? This is being reactive. This is one example of being reactive. When you are going for a walk, if you wear a mask, if you wear gloves, if you have a sanitizer, maybe chalo forget the sanitizer, but at least wear a mask and gloves, which will keep you safe. That is being proactive. You know things are going around and you are taking precautionary steps to avoid getting the infection. That is being proactive. Yeah, you have to be upfront in terms of doing things. Cool. We can go to the next slide, Aarti ma'am. Aarti ma'am, we can go to the next slide. Okay, cool. So dynamic and fearless. I want to break this into 2 parts. When I say dynamic, it means you have to be very flexible. Okay, flexible in terms of, again, learning. That's it. This is the last slide. I just have to explain these points, Ashtu. Cool. So you have to be very dynamic and fearless. When I say fearless, don't be too afraid to make mistakes. मतलब ऐसा तुम लोगों को लग रहा है कि अगर एक गलती कर दिया तो कंपनी से बाहर निकाल देंगे? No, that's not true. These days, the industries have evolved in such a way that making mistakes is not a parameter to judge your performance. Mistakes से नहीं पता चलेगा कि तुम्हारा performance कितना है और क्या. This is just a parameter for you to learn. So don't be too afraid of making mistakes. मतलब ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि in terms of not at the bargain of not making mistake, you are not taking a step which you should. You are not doing something because you will do a mistake. You are not making a presentation or you are not making a piece of data because you think कि तुम्हारा data गलत हो जाएगा तो मैं क्या करूँगी? You can't be too afraid to make mistakes. Make mistakes and get them rectified. ठीक है? So that is the one. Next, can we go ahead? So when I say being irreplaceable, this simply comes from an overall nature. Matlab, if you are going to a company, okay, and tomorrow if somebody else can easily replace you, okay, replace you in terms of your soft skills, in terms of your technical skills, or you as a person, it's of no value. So you have to develop that rapport with your team, and you have to be consistently learning new things and doing new things to be irreplaceable. So this is very deep. You will learn this with time, but for now I just want you all to remember this thing. You have to be irreplaceable. Okay, next. Can we go next, ma'am? Gamut of soft skills. How many of y'all know what are soft skills or have heard about it? What's your idea of soft skills? Girls, I want you all to talk.
Ma'am, something like we can use it daily.
Correct, they are used daily. You will need them in your day-to-day life. True. So when I say yes, Richa, it's communication is one. So when you say communication as a whole, okay, you say you are strong with communication. There are a lot of aspects to it. Okay, communication में आता है listening, communication में आता है expressing, communication में आता है understanding. You have to be really great with all these aspects. Communication is the most important soft skill. Communication skills and interpersonal skills. Okay? So you have to mold yourself, you have to groom yourself to brush up your soft skills. And soft skills will come with a lot of reading, a lot of listening. If you are bored of reading books, listen to videos and listen to inspirational stories, movies, watch movies. In fact, you will really get pro at speaking, and you will again feel confident. Yes, self-motivation, obviously, Sakshi, is one of the soft skills. You can say being self-motivated is the best thing. In fact, I am going to come to that in the later point. I have it covered completely. So I'm going to talk about it, more about it. Next. I think I'm next slide. Girls, are you all with me? Are you all understanding what I am trying to say? Yes. Have you all thought about these things as an expectation when you go to the corporate? No. I mean, as far as you go and talk to somebody, kya chalta hai company mein, all that, which you all should do. Talk to your seniors, talk to your relatives, your family members of how it works in the corporate, and they will also be able to help you in a great way. Cool. The next point is going to be rethinking hard work. How many of y'all think that hard work is important than smart work? That question that we ask, ki bhains badi ya bhains ki akal badi? Something of that sort. So, hard work is good. Hard work is needed. But you have to rethink hard work. You can't just do hard work. You have to also do smart work. So smart work is something that will save your time and make your work look like quality work. Okay? So, for example, how many of y'all are good with Excel? Have y'all taken an Excel training? Because that's one of the skills that you will require when you go to corporates. Excel sheets mein kaam karna. So if suppose you have to make a report, okay, which you have to do every month, tumko report banana hai, theek hai? Every time you go and do the same thing starting from scratch, you are putting 10 hours in that. theek hai? You are doing hard work. Tumhara manager bahut khush hai. But just imagine if you can finish that 10 hours work in just 5 hours. How much of time and effort are you saving? That's smart work. So why I took Excel ka example is because it will help you do smart work going forward. So you will also on your own have to explore tools and apps and softwares that are going to help you with your jobs. Okay, so that is also one thing. Rethink hard work. अगर कुछ एक process एक हिसाब से चल रहा है तो थिंक आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स, थोड़ा अलग सोचो एंड उसको स्मार्ट वर्क में कन्वर्ट करो. ठीक है, सो बीइंग वेरी क्रिएटिव इज व्हाट यू विल नीड ओवर हियर, एंड दैट इज व्हाई आई एम सेइंग rethinking, making it an innovative idea or a creative idea to convert your hard work into smart work. काम तो वही है, but now you are doing it at better cost, at better timeline, and at a better effort. You are saving a lot of energy. ठीक है? So how many of y'all are going to do a smart work from now on? How many of y'all? All? Everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. हम evaluate करेंगे बाद में. We'll have a session separately for smart work. Okay. चलो next. आरती मैम next पे जाते हैं. Next point. Cool. Alliance. Now, when I say alliance, I simply mean collaboration. Now, you are not going to be the only person in the team. Okay? You may be the only person reporting to your manager. But when I talk about the team, it is a big unit. Okay, it's not just you and your manager. So you are going to work in teams. That is for sure. Okay, 90% of us are going to work in teams. What you have to do, you have to be very collaborative. You have to be a team player. You can't work in silos. When I say silos, it means तुम अकेले काम नहीं कर सकते हो. अकेले काम करोगे बट टीम को लेकर भी काम करोगे. You have to do your own work, but at the same time you have to collaborate with the team. The information should flow from one person to the other. Ideas should flow from one person to the other. Inspirations should flow from one person to the other. That is how you are going to be collaborative at work. अकेले काम नहीं कर सकते हो. You have to work with the team together. ठीक है? This will take you a long way, girls. Just keep this in mind. You have to work in alliance and collaboration. Everything is on this. Next slide, ma'am. Next point, yeah. Driven. Now, this was one of the points that Sakshi mentioned, right? Self-motivation. Just imagine that you are doing work and see, honestly, I want to call this out. Politics हर जगह पे होता है, ठीक है? Favoritism, politics, all this thing of nepotism, right? ये हर जगह पे होता है. But it's very natural to have it when there are people. There is a human tendency. You will have your favorites. You will always have your favorite classmate. You will have your favorite teacher. You will have your favorite friend. You will have your favorite celebrity. You will have your favorite brother, sister, cousins, and all of that. So favorite सबका होता है, politics होता है. But how you have to deal with it is being self-driven. There will be times wherein no one will come and tell you that you are doing a good job. What you have to do? You have to pull your collars up and you have to be on your toes by being self-driven and being self-motivated. Just be there by yourself. Okay? And that is how you are going to achieve success, because you can't wait for other people's validation and other people's motivation and appreciation to do a good job. You have to always give your best. Okay? Motivation आएगा, appreciation आएगा, जाएगा, सब होगा. But in this process, what you have to do is be self-driven and self-sustainable. That is one thing that you have to do. Modi ji says, Atmanirbhar raho. Okay? So you have to be Atmanirbhar. You have to be self-driven in any situation. Okay? Next. Richa, you wanted to say something?
No, ma'am.
Okay, great. Next point, please. We are almost done. We are almost done. Cool. So extended education. Now, I wanted to call out this point at the top, but since E was coming piche, I had to take it in the sequence. So when I say extended education, what is this like? Your job is just going to be what do you say, an extension or क्या बोलते हैं, the runway, the walk. Okay, it's going to be that stance, it's going to be that extension. मतलब तुमने पढ़ा है, you'll have knowledge now, you'll have the domain knowledge. Now this is going to be your extended education, wherein you are going to learn how to use that, and that is why I say it's an extended. So Sara book knowledge ko you are going to put it into practical, and that is why I'm saying your first job is going to be your extended education. So don't think that getting a job is going to be like wow, ho gaya, mera education yahan par khatam ho gaya, now I'm like going to do bigger things. No, your first job is going to be your extended education, your learning journey. It's going to define your learning curve and how you're going to grow. ठीक है सर, this is the best thing to expect. So तुम्हारा approach होना चाहिए ये. If I have to say what kind of attitude you should have when you're moving into your corporate world, this should be the right attitude and the best thing to expect. Yeah. Let's come next, and the last and the most important thing is going to be skills that kill. So you have to always be upskilling. Always look out for training, always look out for material, videos, and opportunities to learn newer things. I am glad that all of you are here and y'all have that niche for learning and upskilling. So please don't stop this journey when you get your first job. Learning and upskilling should never stop. Just keep on doing something or the other. If Deepika ma'am, if I can suggest them a few things that they can do in terms of upskillings, like I don't have Udemy links to it, or like any training links to it, but in general they can take up courses like whenever they want and however they.
Yes, definitely. Why not?
So few things that you can be really great at is, one is your Excel. Please Excel brush up karo, learn karo, keep practicing at home. And it's vast, okay? It's really vast. एक VLOOKUP से कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. You have to keep on exploring and using that. So Excel is one that you have to upskill for now. आगे जाके y'all will learn better tools and apps, and that is there. But for now, Excel, presentations, PPTs karo, learn one of the tools in terms of explore. I'm not saying learn, explore, learn whatever you like. Canva is one of the tools that you will really feel helpful when you get into the world. मतलब तुम्हारा just to be self-sustaining, huh? So these are the 3 tools in terms of skills. But skill-wise, communication for sure. You can do courses on Udemy, Coursera. So there are few training sites that give you free trainings, technical training देते हैं, and they give you a hell lot of training. I can't name it. So Udemy है, Coursera है. You can just go and check these websites if there are any free training modules right now, because everything is happening virtually. They had opened up a free training module. So you all can go and check that. Okay, next slide please. हो गया हमारा almost. One more. Cool. So the last and the final verdict or conclusion that I have to give you is, if you want the rain, you got to. If you want the rainbow, you got to put up the rain. So जैसे rainbow के लिए rains की ज़रूरत है, for you all to grow, you have to mud your hands. I'm telling you, you all have to dig deep into the soil to grow higher. Okay, that is how I would like to sum up. Girls, any questions? Deepika ma'am, do you have to say anything or ask me anything?
Students, if you are open for questions, I think you should ask questions.
Yes.
Because Swara ma'am has been really very generous in giving you a lot of useful information. So if you have anything in your mind, they do keep asking me in the class, so you should ask her these questions. And yes, Swara, they have taken up courses on Coursera.
Perfect.
But I think a few of them are doing extra things on their own, not what we suggest. But yeah, there's a long way to go. So they have to keep checking and upgrading themselves, as you said.
Yeah, they have to, because that's the need of the hour. We have to stay updated and upskilled. That's for sure. Okay, Aarti ma'am, can we just stop sharing the screen? I want to look at these beautiful faces.
For that, everybody will have to switch on your video.
Now
So
to
that
we
we
are
can also
less
have a
people.
picture, you know.
Yeah,
Switch
we
on
can
your
actually
videos
have
so we
picture.
can have a picture. Yes, girls. Okay, I can see Richa, Yugma, Punita, Ashtu, Aarti. Everybody, please put on your videos. Purnima, other girls.
Okay, I can see them now. Hello.
So that is Aarti ma'am who has been helping you with the
Hi,
slides.
Arti ma'am. Thanks a lot. Thanks a ton. I don't know what was wrong, but I need to fix it. I use a different tool actually. I use a different tool to make the presentation more interactive because PPTs are really boring these days. So I thought I'll make it better. Awesome. So I just wanted to add one more thing. I know Deepika ma'am must have shared a flyer with y'all. Just made two things were mentioned which I've not spoken about, which is my love for yoga and belly dancing. I'm really sorry, but I am not in a position to belly dance at the moment because I am just a beginner. It's just been a month that I'm learning. But yes, I've been a trained dancer, trained classical dancer in the past. And, I will just suggest you all please keep some hobby. Please, it's like a genuine request. You all sing, dance, do yoga, do acrobatics, do play sports, do anything like paint, karo, draw, karo, do anything, but keep a hobby. That is one thing that will always keep you alive. Always keep you alive. Okay? Because you will always keep looking forward to that time of the day when you are going to do this. And trust me, it really drives you to a next level. So that is one reason why I mentioned that. And I said, Deepika ma'am, I want to talk to this about the girls कि कुछ hobby रखना चाहिए, because there will be times, and this is very general because right now we are in that situation. तुम तो फिर भी अभी पढ़ रहे हो, ठीक है? I know you are missing out on the college days. That's really sad, but you will have no vacations when you start working, ठीक है? So everything that you will get to do is during the days that you have week offs, or if you manage to take out some time for yourself. So वो एक चीज है which I would suggest you all to do. Keep some hobby. That's it. And now I can take questions. Come on, ask girls. कुछ जानना है somebody? How many of y'all have worked before and have questions or have like contradictions to what I've said? कि हाँ ऐसा तो नहीं होता है. I've experienced something else, which can be a situation wherein you are very enlightened and very aware about what happens in the world, or you were very prepared when you walked into the world of your corporates. So, yeah. Any questions? No? How many of y'all want to become entrepreneurs, by the way? How many of y'all want to do your own business? That can be a thing. That can be a thing. Think about it. Okay, Deepika ma'am, I don't think they have questions. I really want to do another session with them. Yeah, I'm just, I want to do one more session.
Swara, there is a question in the chat box. So, Sakshi Parab is asking, ma'am, where are you currently working? You told in the beginning, but I forgot.
Oh, no problem. So I work with Zeta. Zeta is a payments company. We make products for banks, and we make products for other digital payments, but not directly to the consumers. So if you heard of Sodexo, have you all heard about Sodexo? Right? Yes. So Sodexo was basically a hospitality voucher to them, and buy anything or any food, or usually in food related stuff, right? So earlier those paper vouchers used to come, right? So if I am, so when I was working with Tata, when I was interning with Tata Power, I received these vouchers. Okay, I was aware about these vouchers even before, but पहले paper में आता था. Now what has happened is Zeta has provided them a digital platform. So now you will no more find Sodexo ka vouchers. You will find either Sodexo ka cards, or you can make the payment through Zeta. So those are the kind of services that we give. So now, after tying up with Sodexo, we are present all over the globe, wherever Sodexo goes, and we also prepare, like produce banking related products. So if you are using any bank app, right, those kind of solutions is what we give, but very high end solutions. We are not out yet, like we've not released that yet, but we will soon release it. The product is in making and implementation, and we will release it soon. Yeah, in fact, something that I am really proud of telling is Zeta recently became the unicorn. So if you've heard about unicorn companies, these are the companies who have reached a turnover of no very great heights. I don't recollect the number exactly, but apps like PayPal, Paytm, Meesho, and these, right? So FanPay, all these apps are under the unicorns, and Zeta recently got rectified as one. So we are really happy about that. If you want to read more about it, you can go and check the website. Zeta Suite is what you can type. You can check this. It's a purple logo, and it simply says Zeta. Girls, any questions so far?
Yeah, I think nobody has questions. They're really impressed
Was
by
the session
Swara's
really
session.
Was the session really great or really boring? I can't figure out.
I think you can give your feedback to ma'am. Okay.
Yes,
You
please.
can
I don't
say
have a
it very
feedback
good.
form, but Deepika ma'am, if you have a feedback form, if
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
definitely.
and
I will
just share
share
the
it.
responses with me.
Yes, yes.
So, Richa, you were saying something.
Ma'am, the session was very nice.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks a lot, girls, for being patient and for listening to me. Hope to see you all soon again.
So, thank you so much, Swara. It was an amazing session. As we all know, it was scheduled for last week, but due to monsoon and the heavy rains, we had to postpone it for today. But I think it was all the more exciting, to attend the session. And children definitely enjoyed, because as you heard, they didn't want to leave this session to attend what they were supposed to attend. So
That
you can
was,
make out of with
I
that
know.
मुझे मैम ये session नहीं छोड़ना है, but because I have to attend that session, I have no choice. So actually that was already scheduled, Swara. So that is the
No
reason.
problem.
And this, we have exceeded the time also. So
We have. Yeah. So, girls, one thing I wanted to say was sorry for the last session, obviously, because the internet went off and I couldn't do anything. I was not in a position to do anything. But I was really excited. And it went well. I really like how you all have responded to it. So, yeah, it was a good from my side. Good
thank you, Swara. I hope we'll have more such sessions with you. And
Sure,
I know that children would want to attend your session.
One last thing I wanted to say, thanks to Deepika ma'am and to Vidya ma'am for giving me this chance. I was one of the notorious kids, if I don't know if Vidya ma'am has told you this, but I was one of the notorious kids, and yeah, we used to do a lot of fun. I miss college days and my friends. I just wanted to thank all the faculty members. I don't know how many of them are still with
I think
the
only
college.
Moni ma'am, you might know, she's still with the college.
Yeah, I think then everybody left.
Yes.
I guess Sangeeta ma'am.
Sangeeta ma'am
and,
works with another department, Swara.
Okay,
Sangeeta ma'am
okay.
is there, but she's working with other department.
Okay, yeah.
Others
great.
have moved to better prospects in life, and then there are others who have joined it.
Nice. So I always miss college because no, these people brought me on track, and today I am where I am because of all these teachers. I feel, and a big thanks to them. So, chalo, I'll see. If I keep talking, I'll go on. So let's cut it short.
Okay, thank you everybody for patient listening, and a big thanks to Swara for preparing such an amazing PPT and keeping us glued to her the entire time.
Thank you. I had Slido, but then no, it was not working. So I did not. I thought let's not waste time.
It's okay, but some of them did try to enter.
Yes, they did. I know. That's okay. Next time we'll be prepared beforehand. Chalo, bye-bye.
Okay, bye everyone. We'll end the session over here.
Bye, ma'am. Take care. Have
Bye,
a great day.
Bye,
Thank you.
guys.